3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, we're back with another condensed Go game, and this one has a game breaker. Actually, 2 game breakers. Move 139 and 147. And you want to see why? Well, let's get into it. So I'm playing as black 11k up against white 8k, so a bit of a disparity there in terms of skill level, but we'll just fly through the first handful of moves here, shall we? Like I said, playing as black, so putting on a show up at the upper part of the board. A little bit of battling going on, back and forth, jumping down to the left. Playing this out. I'm gonna make this quick because I don't want to get lost in the weeds, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I have a tendency to do that. And talk about moves that don't matter. But this one, we're looking at some moves in particular. So where are we here? We're at just over 100. Trying to fight over the bottom of the board there. Just pause it here for a second. All right, so again, I'm playing as black, and what do we got? What are we working with? We have, it looks like a nice little group in the bottom left-hand corner, looking pretty solid. Another one over here on the bottom right-hand corner. We've lost a couple stones there. They are dead. Way to go. And we also have a nice little group out here. That last move was a nice one because it really gives some shape to that corner instead of, you know, jumping from here to here and being vulnerable. That sharpened that up and got me some territory up in the inside. We got a little group up here, which is possibly connected to this group here. And the middle of the board wide open. So split up. But again, nothing crazy. White's just been kind of chipping away here. Let's just estimate the score really quickly as we're halfway through the game. And the computer thinks that white is up by about 14 points. So that's not good. To be halfway through, down by 14, you know, that's not good. Things are not going your way. So let's carry on, shall we? Let's see what else is happening. Firming up that group in the upper left. I like this. A little bit of... this is the most open space left on the board, right? So it's nice to kind of firm that up. If I can seal that corner up there too, then all of a sudden that's potentially a nice, pretty good-sized group. Threatening out. Now the only space that's really left worth fighting over is the middle of the board, so we've jumped in there. And there we are, 139. This is the one I wanted to talk about. This is the Game Breaker. Because we got this group on the right. Let's just back up one move before we played that. There we go. So we got this group on the bottom right. Nothing crazy, and it looks like we're going to be boxed in. We got this group of 3 over here, which is part of White's group just above. And then we have a nice little group down here as well. So it stands to reason that, you know, my group is one line back from this white stone and this white stone. You would think you could just wrap it up there. Maybe you play in there, you just seal up that edge. Bob's your uncle, and you're done with that group. But nay, nay. This is what we wanted to do. We got aggressive here. And it's not even that aggressive because there's nothing to lose. By jumping out, instead of playing here and just trying to be meager and get a little bit, we jumped out 2 lines. But we're probably going to get cut, right? We're just going to cut right through there. But it's not, there's no risk because this stone can go this way. I got this solid group over here. You know, I can just back right into my own stone. So if I get split off, it doesn't do anything. In fact, it gives me a bit of territory here. I can start to get some shape. You can see maybe I can get some triangles, some squares. Can't do circles in this game, but other linear shapes you can do. So we jumped out 2. What happens next? He cuts, just like you would expect. And we seal that off. But now, we were boxed in there before, right? Not anymore. Now it looks like we can shoot right through here and connect up. And, bonus, look what group is all by itself down here. We've cut this group off from this upper group up here, right? We're cutting through the middle. He's got a group below and a group above. And we split them. Anytime you can split your opponent, that's usually a good thing. Because they can't rely on each other. And he's got to make 2 eyes down here for this group now. So, carrying on. A little bit of back and forth. He tries to win some of my stones. There we go. This is the next game breaker. This is move number 2 that I was teasing you about. Move number 147. 147 right there at M3. Now again, we got this group down here, which is looks like it maybe cut off. You know, it's got to connect to these two, and then, you know, a bit of a gap to jump there. But I really put the pressure on this stone, which is now feeling like it's out in no man's land by itself, because I'm doing the exact same principle. I play here knowing I can get cut off from this group, right? It wants to be part of this group on the left, but if he kind of shoots up to connect, it's okay because I can go to the right and I can connect to this group over here. So sometimes you're sort of feigning that you want to cut someone off and you don't mind if they just push ahead anyway, because you can jump to the other side, and there's sometimes some benefit to that. So 147, Gamebreaker number 2. How does it all pan out? Remember, we were down by, what, like 15 points, 11 points? Something like that about halfway through the game. Where are we right now? Quick check. White by a 5.9. All right, so we have made a bit of a comeback. By doing that, what do we got? We cause a little bit of chaos down here, and this is a nice little sequence. We battle it out, and it's a battle that he cannot win because he's putting a lot of effort in, and guess what? No bueno. All of a sudden, he's got to abandon that fight because I got this whole bottom chunk now. That's all mine. He got killed off down there. And it's because we managed to jump out over on this right-hand side, and we did the same thing down here at the sort of below that to the left. And anytime you can cut someone off, that's a good thing. And also now, just keep an eye on this group. This has kind of left him in an awkward little situation. He was playing down here a lot, right? So he felt fairly safe and confident, I think, for quite a while. And he can kill this stone off at any time, right? 2 moves, this stone's dead. He plays here, then he cuts me off, and I'm toast. So within 2 moves, I'm dead. Within 1, he can at least force an Atari. So he's not in good shape down here because he can be cut off, but also he knows he can just take my stone anytime he wants, so he's not worried about it. But maybe he should be, right? Let's just power on ahead here. A little bit of battling in the middle. And look how long this goes unattended too, right? The same one I just pointed out. Just been sitting there for like 10 moves. Maybe more than that now. As we battle over some space in the middle and the left. Nothing else crazy going on. Now, action focus has shifted back down here to the bottom right. He had 4 liberties down there. All of a sudden now, he's down to no liberties down there, right? He's only got 2 liberties left for this huge group. Don't forget, he can still kill off the stone anytime he wants, but it's going to take 2 moves. And what does he do? He gets aggressive when he shouldn't have. This group has just been down here, safe for so long, and I think it's just the mental aspect. Sometimes you forget, like, oh, I just gotta take that stone, and this group is safe. It's not really under threat. It looks like it is, but I can just take that stone. Don't worry about it. So he got greedy. He's trying to maybe kill off this group or these 2, and then this one is also in some rough shape. He can cut in there a couple points. So anyway, but no, he's left that group with only 2 liberties. I take 1. Guess what? I have a group of 2. He's got to take me with 2 moves now. He can force me into Atari, but it's still 2 moves to kill me. He's down to 1. Puts me in Atari. It's too late. That group's dead. And that all started, again, because of my safe little group down here. But we punched through. When we didn't have to, we pushed through. And then we did it again down here. And now, all of a sudden, that whole bottom of the board is mine. I just won all that. This white group's dead. This one that was in here, dead. Like, that's like a third of the board, right? That's crazy. We were down, like, I don't know, 10, 15 points. Estimate the score now, black by 24. That's a huge swing, and we can probably just power through the end here. Get to drawing mode. There we go. The rest of this is a little bit inconsequential. We're fighting over the scraps at the edges of the board, and that's it. So 247 moves, and final score was black by 30. That's a domination over a stronger opponent. And again, it came down to this lower right, pushing through when I didn't have to, and connecting up to this group over here, and You're separating one group off, and then you separate that group in half. And anytime you can reduce your opponent like that, you're cutting them off from safety. And that's what you want to do if you want to win the game. So, until the next time, let's go.